When I was 4 years old, my mom made me make a choice actually, and she told me I can either start in ballet or I can start in the martial arts. So my heart just chose martial arts, and I fell in love with it. I did it for years, got my black belt, competed, and I took a little break to play football just to kind of try and do a couple other things just to see where my heart really lies. And after high school, I went right back into it. Started with kickboxing and boxing again, and eventually went into the jiu-jitsu side of it, and then got into MMA. It's the competition. A lot of people get a misconception like we all hate each other because of the buildup of the fights. But I think deep down inside, every fighter wants their opponent to do as well as they can, because that's the highest level of competition. It's just you and him in there, and you guys are trying to see who can pretty much play the chess game and win, because it's more mental than physical by far. I do a number of things, from swimming, that trains my whole body to be moving, doing the laps. I do professional training at AKA, where it's closed off to general public, and it'd be like training on the Yankees. We are all together, we help each other. We have wrestling days, jiu-jitsu days, sparring days. At the end of every practice, our head coach and our team captains, we'd sit down and talk to each other about how we can get better. And then as a team, we also have bike nights where we go ride the elliptical bikes together and just try and have a little competition with each other, really just help each other as a team. This is my second round of the treatment. The first round went great. It beats the original surgery I had, which was meniscus repair through a doctor who pretty much just sewed up my meniscus, and it tore right back like 6 months later. And the thing about if you do that, you can't even walk for 6 to 8 weeks. Your leg gets atrophied. When with this, the stem cells, the very next day you're able to walk. And there's a little bit of soreness, but I mean, this is my four-week mark, and I'm already walking normal. They gave me the booster shots, and I mean, that was only 30 minutes ago, and I'm walking fine, feeling fine. It's amazing. Being spiritually inclined almost helps me bring that out in myself, I believe. I believe that humans are still animalistic in a way, and we have that within us, and I believe meditation has helped me find the balance, and I continue to meditate at least half an hour a day to an hour a day, and it helps me become one with myself. It helps me find each part of my emotions. It helps me bring that out when I'm in the cage. I feel my day-to-day life, I treat people with such positivity and respect because of that fact, because I can separate those emotions that we just feel naturally. I think it is important to come here to PreciseCare because of the aura of the whole place. Dr. Goswami, he doesn't believe in the mainstream shoving these pharmaceutical drugs down your throat. He believes in natural healing. He believes in the power of your brain to heal and your own cells to be able to heal. And his staff that he has chosen is also amazing. His nurse, she's amazing as well. And I talked to a lot of other places before I came to PreciseCare, and not one of them does what he does with the bone marrow and the fat tissue at the same time. They either choose one or the other. When I originally tore my ACL and my meniscus and my MCL all in that same knee, I went to an orthopedic doctor that had originally done a scope on my right knee, and he did it very well, so I really trusted him in doing it. He repaired the ACL and he sewed up the meniscus, but I really I don't want to say I regret doing that, but I wish I would have known more about stem cells and research stem cells before I did that, because I might have never had to go under the knife. I would have never had a scar, and maybe my healing process would have gone better, because it's already been just a little bit over a year now since I had that first surgery, and I'm still having the problem. But I'm 100% positive that these stem cells are gonna do what they need to do and heal me. I think the very best move I made was when I started training at AKA, and Pop's taking me under his wing. Unfortunately, he passed right around the same time that I hurt my knee, so it was just an ongoing thing of events that were happening bad. Now that I've found Dr. Goswami and I've found PreciseCare, I feel like all those problems that I was having, all the bad things that were happening in my life are opening up, and I feel like the decision coming here and getting the stem cells has changed everything into a positive outlook for me. Before my fights, I have the same exact regimen always. I get in my Epsom salt bath with a few essential oils, whether it be eucalyptus, white fir. I like the orange essential, just to help me relax, get in my zone. I light an incense and I turn everything dark. It has to be at night. And I light a couple candles, and I do my breathing techniques to get me into a meditative state. And I try and just bring all the positive energy that I can into myself. And I only think about good outcomes for my fights. I never think negative. I never think negative for my opponent either. I never want to hurt any of my opponents. I just want to bring all the positive energy to let me perform as well as I can. And I think that really helps. And not only that, but my mom, she does these little crystal rituals, and she puts them under my bed before I fight.
Oh my goodness.
Before the very first treatment at Dr. Goswami's, I was really nervous, because in the media, I don't believe they portray exactly what this is yet. I feel like some of the pharmaceutical companies and some of the higher ups, they don't want stem cells to grow so much so they could keep making money off of all the pills that they're giving everybody for pain, when stem cells could actually help them in the long run, where they wouldn't need the pills ever again. That made me really nervous to come, but I kind of did the same thing, especially the first time I meditated, I sat in my bath, and I just really just tried to bring the positive energy, because I believe that if you ask in this world, you will receive. And if you put that positive energy out, good things will happen. My mother still comes to my fights. She gets nervous every time. She has to sit next to the same friend that comes, and she squeezes her arm till it's almost broken.
Yeah,
but
sure
my mother has always supported me. She's always told me that if I try at something, that I will succeed, as long as I put all of my heart and all of my hard work into it. So I really love having her there, because it makes me feel whole at my fights.
Your winner by TKO, fighting out of the red corner, make some noise for Elko.